Dungeon
Chris,
Doom Hands.
Spencer,
Let's
no
talk
one really
lore,
knows
a podcast.
how the tavern gets where it gets.
Yes.
It's only seen once it's there. A small, quaint tavern in the woods, in an alley, on top of a mountain.
Yeah. But wait, I can imagine that a tavern. It's like thunderstorm of a snowstorm. All of a sudden, there's a tavern.
Little tavern. And when you open the door, what do you see, Spencer?
Warm. You see a turtle and a hare, probably bickering, maybe not bickering. Maybe he's playing. Maybe turtle's enjoying a beverage, and there are also other travelers in the tavern.
Yes.
Seeking. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't go as far to say is it refuge? Maybe. It's not refuge as if the tavern was located on the beach. Is it refuge? Maybe if you're.
It can be.
But
well, I think it's small.
Yeah.
Like a small cozy pub.
Yes.
Feel.
Like a speakeasy. Smaller.
Well, like a couple tables, maybe one long booth along a wall.
I can't
kind
wait
of a
to
feel.
build this. I cannot wait to build this in Tabletop Simulator, and I'm going to use Hero Forge to build all of the NPCs in there. This is going to be awesome. A hobby. Side note.
Well, I think the name for this tavern is only fitting as the Jumpin' Jack's Tavern.
Jumpin' Jacks?
Yeah. And I think it's outside the door you do see their logo, that mounted head with the D20 of made out of what material?
Well, it's going to be the head is going to be a antlers, right? The
animal with
the animal. A deer, a doe, no, a deer,
stag,
a stag, like that. And the isoclysine, which is what I will be using to describe the 20-sided die shape. Isoclexagon.
Hedron.
Yes. Above it. I'm not going to say 20-sided die because everyone's going to be like, wait a minute. Let's roll it. You know. What material is it made out of?
Yeah. Is it stone? Is it wood? Is it glass? Is it living? Is there plant life growing from it? I imagine this thing just hovering, rotating and spinning.
I like the idea of sometimes it has legs. I like the idea of sometimes it shows up. Sometimes it, perches itself. It doesn't necessarily have to have legs, but
it
just
has whatever it needs to attach to where it is.
Get to where it goes. How fast does it travel?
As fast as it needs to.
Is it a magical travel?
Absolutely. Absolutely magical travel. I think it would be an extra dimensional space.
Yeah.
Inside the tavern that can appear random points in time and space. Well, do you want it to go in time or just in space?
Who knows? It could. Maybe the herbs. Maybe you burn some herb in the back and click on a voodoo doll and.
Yeah. Well, maybe they haven't learned all the magic of the. Well, maybe for now it's just through space because they haven't learned how to control it and go through time.
That's sick. So it randomly shows up. How would you roll? How would you create the roll for that?
If it shows up, I think
you know when.
Well,
obviously DM's discretion. Obviously.
So one trick I like to use when people are leaving a place of safe haven and are going through adventures, instead of rolling like a d6 for encounters, I have you all roll a d20 and I roll a d20, and If they match, then something crazy happens. So this could just be, if it's a 20 or a 1 that someone matches to, this might show up.
You roll a d20, and then you have everyone else roll a d20, and if anything
Well-
matches, it might show
Well-
up. Or you
no.
mean a 1 or a 20?
Yeah. So if a player rolls a 1 and I roll a 1 and they match, then maybe you see a little roof and doorway poking out from
Yeah.
some trees. Is that a little rock with a door on it? And is that a stag head on the side of the rock? That's unusual.
That's hilarious. You're in the Mushroom Kingdom, and all of a sudden you climb to the tallest mushroom plant, and you get on top of the what's the mushroom head called? Mushroom head.
I forget the
Yeah, the Mike Collin Bond of the mushroom head, and you get on top. This thing is massive. It's like almost the size of a rooftop, and you get up there, and there's a tavern.
right
Sick.
Well,
but how would you click
inside.
Hold on. How would you click that? Would the guy say, "Is this going to be on a random?" You're traveling. Oh,
Well, you
it's
could
a It's a traveling.
Yeah, it's a random encounter, or it's when you're out in the wilderness.
So incorporate it. So it doesn't have to be all the time. And
No,
every
it
time.
can. Well, and
But-
it also can be whenever you want it to be, wherever
Right.
you want it to be.
Right. Like if you guys are going to be climbing a very tall mountain at some point, and it's going to be icy. I would imagine that this game is going to go on for another 20 years, and you're going to be up sliding down slopes and stuff, and everyone's going to be exhausted, and that's going to be the exhaustion game at that point.
Right.
And you're going to be failing and slipping and dying and hurting, and it's just going to be roll after roll, and then all of a sudden you look to your right and there's this tavern.
Yeah.
That could
Well, it's
happen
like
too.
you're going through the Underdark and you turn a corner and there's some random
Yeah.
dude with a cart that's traveling, selling, willing to buy and trade stuff on the side of the road.
I really cannot wait for you guys, because you
Welcome
guys,
to D&D.
yeah, you guys are going to be like in the middle of a battle, massive battle, and then we're going to roll something like
Well, like Rutabaga?
yeah, Rutabaga.
Like, hey, oh, you guys are fighting something. Oh, you're
Maybe-
still fighting something. I'm out.
Yeah, maybe Rutabaga is looking for the tavern. That's good.
Ooh.
I like that. Well, he's just a tradesman.
Or Gaius is looking for Rutabaga because he has a tea that he wants.
Rutabaga,
Rutabaga's.
he knows Rutabaga is a carrier of not valuables to some people,
Right.
but random valuables to others, right?
Okay.
The
Yeah.
random. Like he might have that weird shaped quill that you're looking for. Inside.
Right.
Let's go inside.
Inside. So you already said that's smaller, cozy. There's a fireplace at the end. I would think some really elegant, because of your sorcerer, your, what was it, the failed former gifted student,
The burnout.
the burnout. So you would have like the nice leather. There would be like the niceness in this place.
Yeah. Maybe
a
he's-
beautifully polished bar.
Oh yeah. Like wooden, stone,
I would think wooden.
similar to what we got back here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, that's like
That's like a small,
yeah, not too.
very, very, yes, that.
But it's one floor. And
One
there's a
floor.
and then there's a back room.
Well,
There's a sleeping.
There-
Oh, you got
I-
the sleeping
I-
quarters.
there could be a, like, if you, like in the picture behind you, there could be a little lofted area, like a storage area that also has some quarters.
Now, here's an idea.
I
So-
would think you don't have rooms. It's not,
No.
not an inn, just a tavern.
Can they leave? Is there something
think-
keeping
I
there?
I think it would be a random roll to see if the door opens.
For the stewards.
So
are they stuck there being the stewards and not know it?
I
Like,
think
what's stopping them from leaving? Going to get his own
right.
herbs. Is there some sort of...
There's some magic.
Are they... Is the tavern or the... Is the tavern sort of a... with a warlock? Did they make a pact with the tavern that they have to be the stewards? Or were they selected? Things to think about.
That's interesting. Well, we can discover that when we play, because I think that's what Rosie is trying to figure out. I think they don't know. They're compelled to stay in this tavern. They try to leave. They can open the door, but something that they don't understand is keeping them there.
Yeah, and I think my guy is going to try. What is keeping us here? And he's going to slowly realize it's him.
I think your guy would be trying to get out the door every single day. Gaius would have tried once and been like, I'm good. It's cozy here.
Yeah, it's nice. It's better
People
than
come in and visit. I don't have to walk. I don't have to go to them.
It's
I don't
better
have to
than
go
the
outside in
swamp.
the cold.
Yeah, it's better than the swamp. It's
It's the
chilly.
perfect temperature.
Does the tavern have a HP? I think it's I think it might be unlimited.
Well,
Unless-
this goes into the question of, is it an object or is it a creature?
It has to be an object.
Does it? Is the tavern a creature creating this environment to have people come and interact in this space the same way there are microorganisms in our stomach? And our body creates a perfect environment for those microorganisms to thrive and live in there.
A
Yeah.
symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
Ooh, the tavern has in some way a symbiotic relationship with not the stewards, but the patrons.
With the patrons.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they have to leave something. No, maybe just the joy. Whatever. Part of world building for 101. You don't need to know everything. Leave that open for the players to fill in. But I like that symbiotic relationship with the patrons. Brought to you by Stewart Chiaki.
Well, and the special drinks that this tavern is going to have, they are going to be named the Sneaky Attacks and the Creature of the Night. Or what are your
sorcerers? What was it? It was the sorcerers, jumping jacks, going back into the book. Here we go. Jumping jack. I gotta keep the stickers. Give me 1 sec. Where'd my? There's so detailed. You should
it's already
honestly,
in your the drink card is already in your wallet.
I've already tattooed it onto my bag. Sorcerer's Sangria.
Nice.
Sangria. What was your name of yours?
Sneaky Attacks.
You're gonna have to scan your stuff or take a detailed photo of it because I want to read this perfume scent is awesome. And you can almost like read this to the group.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like the only. Yeah, this is just awesome. I can't wait to read that a little
love it.
later when I have time. Yeah,
Well,
awesome.
thank
Jumpin'
you,
Jack's Tavern.
Jack's Tavern.
You guys did it. Good job. I love this candle. I cannot wait to give this to my wife and be like, I was thinking about you, baby, and I know you love it when I leave to go do Let's Talk Lore and let's share this, you know. But I also am very interested to try this this beverage during our next gameplay.
The tea. I'm excited to hear how your tea tastes.
Oh yeah, I gotta find
this. This was delicious.
Yeah.
Just get any mesh strainer.
No, Jamie has some somewhere. It's just in the back. You know what it is? I opened up the Lazy Susan, and it looks like a hurricane went through there, and I just think to myself, I'm like, I organize it. You know me, I organize. Boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
And the next thing I know, Margot's in there just. You know, I found one of her toys in there. I'm like, this doesn't go here. But that's not a Let's Talk Lore topic. That's a Let's talk
life topic.
Yeah, let's talk life.
Alrighty. Well,
yeah,
roll high and
awesome.
subscribe.
Yeah, roll high and subscribe. Hit that button. Jumpin' Jack's Tavern. If you haven't seen them, go to them. Go online. Look at their website. Order these boxes. They're the perfect gift for your D&D players and tabletop players as well. And I will be stopping by the actual tavern in Brooklyn to take a look-see at some Brooklyn sake.
Nice.
Right.
And keep an eye on our campaign, the Agathuman Skulls of Power.
Oh,
because you never know when Jumpin' Jack's Tavern will appear.
Are you gonna appear in Jumpin' Jack's Tavern and bring us to the castle that we can't figure out how to get to?
Well, it may just sort of shortcut you guys getting home.
That's true.
Because I don't know if I want to let you try and wander through those mountains again.
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
Jumpin' Jack's Tavern.
Jumpin' Jack's
Tavern. My session as a DM, my stretch as a DM.
When we do Jumpin' Jack's Tavern, we will be giving special shout outs to you. So
yes,
I will shoot you a text message, Michaela and Kate. Cat, sorry. When we do that, and awesome box, sick. Until then,
thank you. Yeah,
roll high,
great.
subscribe. We are live on Monday. Chris is DMing for another episode of Agathuman and the Skulls of Power. And I hope that we find one of those skulls soon, but who knows?